Hello everyone, this is a food review. Wait, from the ARK, Autobot insignia buns, ARK-shaped french fry holders. Wait, how did we get here? In 2021, plans were being made with Hasbro to open a Transformers-themed restaurant in Hong Kong. Hong Kong has a strong Transformers fan following. It's where I grew up, and every home I visited growing up definitely had more than 3 Transformer toys. Whether it be in the bottom of a toy box or proudly displayed on a shelf, they were prominent and are much more than a household name. So a Transformer-themed restaurant opening in Hong Kong seems like a good idea, right? Fast forward to 2022, on Russell Street, we got our first glimpse at what the Transformers restaurant would be. We were greeted with a huge printout of the evergreen Optimus design covering where the store would be, with nothing more than the words, Transformers themed restaurant, coming soon. This was when the majority of the public, including myself, first got the news and were instantly captivated at what the inside would look like. Russell Street is one of the most expensive shopping streets in Hong Kong. According to an agent interviewed by South China Morning Post, the ARK would pay about $1 million Hong Kong dollars, so that's about $128,000 a month in rent. That's quite the gamble. The construction was quiet and there were no further news until April 2023. The ARK opened its doors, announced by this commercial. The lore behind it is pretty similar to G1, with the ARK evading the Decepticons' attack. The Autobots landed in Hong Kong for its Energon. To show their gratitude for the energy and a new place to call home, the Autobots turned their futuristic spaceship into a fast food restaurant for us humans to enjoy. The thrusters of the ARK stand out prominently against the regular storefronts on Russell Street, with a massive screen playing the ARK's commercial repeatedly. Outside you could clearly see the restaurant on one side and the gift shop you'd walk past to exit. There was a long line outside the ARK on opening day. Fans were eager to get a look at the interior. So I've been there 4 times since it's opened, so I'm going to splice it with my own footage. Once you enter, you're greeted with a familiar shade of yellowy orange and grey that you'd probably associate with the Autobot base in G1. Well, it's also the colour of the interiors of the ARK, to be honest. I'm trying not to film people's faces so everything's slightly angled higher up. The entire vibe of the place feels like a restaurant you'd have in Universal Studios next to the Transformers ride, so it's right up my alley. I love it. There are 2 floors to the ARK. Both have counters where you'd order and food would be brought over to your table. When you order at the ground floor counter, the staff would actually recommend you to head upstairs to the upper floor where all the good stuff happens. So you walk past the 3 zero displays, up the orange stairs, and you enter a floor full of LED screens. Wheeljack supervising Teletran 1 making fried chicken and burgers. Bumblebee would occasionally walk by and stare at the burgers. Optimus would be looking out at the stars. Windblade joined the crew in 2024. She could be seen to the right of Optimus Prime plotting trajectories and maintaining the force fields. Most times I visited, it's been quite empty, except for this most recent time this weekend, which I'll get into later. There would be 3 to 4 seated tables, so the place would be quite quiet. The Transformers Prime theme would play over the speakers the most, occasionally switching to the G1 soundtrack for a short period of time before looping back to Transformers Prime. Unicron can be seen floating in space above your heads. The Autobots don't seem to mind though. They don't seem to be worried at all, so I guess he's just sleeping. Fans would bring their toys and take pictures with the food and the gorgeous backdrop. I tried to be smart and thought I doubt there's ever been a Moon or Heinrad in the ARK before. So they were exactly who I brought this weekend, and my brother. He just got YOLO Park's AMK Mini Megatron, and it's a complete vibe. The food is quite unique to the ARK. Of course you get the standard beef burger and crispy chicken burger, but then you get the crab meat avocado burger and the seaweed cod fillet burger, all dressed up with Autobot insignia buns and in different colours. Add 25 Hong Kong dollars to make that a meal, so that's about $3 US. You also get Bumblebee's fried chicken, and the kids' meal comes in a box shaped like the ARK, but it should really come with a toy, I think. You can get sea salt chocolate flavoured ice creams and energon coloured drinks. Pizzas, salads, pasta and rice were later added. You'd be able to get them as part of a lunch set, presumably in an attempt to make the ARK less like a novelty restaurant and more like a normal functioning restaurant where office workers and students can get their lunch at a reasonable price. Speaking of price, outside of these lunch deals, comparing it to McDonald's and KFC, the ARK is at least 1.5 times the price. So a McDonald's Angus cheese meal in Hong Kong would run you for about $68 compared to the Angus cheese at the ARK, which runs about $120. Taste-wise, it's great. I'll try my best to describe the taste, but I'm not much of a food reviewer. The buns taste like a brioche bun, the Angus beef patty is thick and has a smoky flavour to it, much similar to the smokiness in Burger King's burger. There's a thick tomato slice and it's topped with something similar to the Big Mac sauce. The cheese is prominent in taste as well, and it's a good size and heft. And the fried chicken, I think, is the best in Hong Kong. Clears its competition at Jollibee and McDonald's, and KFC is left crying in the corner because, in my opinion, it's become the worst. The drinks are fine. The best out of the bunch is this Violet Star grape soda, which tastes like grape Fanta with a little aloe vera jellies at the bottom. The Blue Space lime soda is way too sour, and the Starlight pineapple soda tastes good, but they've put in these popping boba balls that end up being super gooey and slimy. I'm not too big of a fan for it. Drinks wise, I think best is when I stuck with Coke, because whether it's filling up my cup, stocking up at my local grocery store, or simply editing my videos for all you guys to enjoy, I'm always drinking Coca-Cola. Anyways, the ARK came out with the ARK themed towels, the ARK themed wet towels, and the ARK themed disposable gloves. It's disposable gloves. They had these Autobot shaped cakes. They were okay, not too sweet, which is a high compliment from an Asian palate, but not too much flavour either, which is not a compliment. The fries are thicker than McDonald's and crispier as well. They're lightly seasoned with salt, and yeah, I think it's up there with a fried chicken. It comes in this ARK-shaped holder, and the fries become the flames of the ARK. But you'd be there for the ambience, really. The kids get free balloons once you enter the ARK, or if you ask for it. The staff have been so nice in helping these kids choose which one they wanted. Beware that you'd not be able to take them and then take the underground when you leave. It's just some rule about not having balloons in the underground. Every once in a while, Megatron attacks the ship. The lights turn red and Optimus and Megatron get into a small fight.
Decepticons, attack! Optimus Prime,
Megatron,
Autobots and humans, bow to me. Feel the wrath of my power.
never Megatron. Humans, keep an eye out on the Decepticons and stay in the dining area until we secure the ARK.
Optimus Prime, I will cover here. You go stop Megatron.
Autobots, roll out.
Treasure your time. Again. Optimus Prime.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
Let me reconfigure the system.
Thank you, my friends. We have been able to secure the ARK. And with the energon you have helped us capture, the repairs will be done quickly.
These quote-unquote showtimes vary depending on the amount of people at the restaurant. I asked the staff behind the counter and he said he can control it. Mostly it's once an hour, but he's afraid the loud noise would scare the kids. It's really thoughtful. New additions to the restaurant would be from time to time, Optimus on Grimlock would come in on screen, Prime would salute you, and Grimlock has a Jurassic Park moment. There's this bathroom sign where you'd either be a Windblade or a Bumblebee. You'd expect to have an ARK themed toilet, but behind the door it just leads to a back corridor and a normal toilet, 0 out of 10. Once you're done, head down to the souvenir store where you can get some of the ARK's merch. This weekend's offerings are a Megatron jacket, it comes in G1 or Bayverse style, a children's swimsuit where they could look like G1 Bumblebee, an ARK bucket hat, some cups, and an ARK teapot. Here's the ARK next to the ARK pillow, and all the nightshades in the world are gathered here in Hong Kong. And here's the entire gift shop. Oh, and there's a big evergreen Optimus stepping through a door or portal, and his head moves. In December of 2023, the ARK opened its second branch in Sheung Kwan O, another part of Hong Kong far from this Causeway Bay branch. It was under construction for a whole year. It's got a Bumblebee statue instead of Optimus, the screens are smaller, and the entire venue, while being smaller, is, as I understand it, the same thing as the first branch. However, in July 2024, early this week, it's quietly closed its doors. So that leads up to today. Is the ARK closing in Causeway Bay as well? For the entirety of the next 2 days after the announcement of the second branch closing, fans were actively discussing about the fate of the ARK. Some quickly went there, including myself, and spent some money helping out in the only way we can in order to keep that restaurant open. However, judging by the number of visitors I see normally, I think it'll be incredibly hard for the ARK to constantly meet the minimum of 1 million Hong Kong dollars in profit per month for the monthly rent. The ARK is situated in a high foot traffic area, which is good, but that also brings a lot of competition. With McDonald's and other fast food restaurants close by, a normal non-Transformers loving person wouldn't think of stepping foot into the ARK with all these cheaper options around. Most of the people I know haven't even been to the ARK once, so that has people worried. 2 days ago, the ARK's Facebook page announced that it won't be closing its stores in Causeway Bay. I read that they have a contract until May of 2025, so they should be around until then at least. Afterwards, it's unknown. Maybe they'll stay but downsize, sharing the lot with other shops, but maybe the ARK will take off into the stars and land only in a place like Universal Studios, never to be seen again in Hong Kong. But while it lasted, and it's still here, it's a great place with great staff and good food. A place that sparks children's imagination and is something really unique for the Transformers brand. It's a nice place to cool off from the scorching Hong Kong heat after a long day of toy hunting. And it'll have a place in my heart as something special I got to experience. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching something different on my channel. Feel free to check out some of my other videos. Stay safe and goodbye.